First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. Versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. That's fielded in the end zone.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Second down, Kamara. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. He may try and run for this. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Oh, wow. I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Harris looking to throw on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. From the gun, Harris. That's complete to Meredith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The 13 yards that time at a first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Harris to throw on second down. And he's
Oh,
going to
wow.
drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
I haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Harris. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Patrick Murray now on for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Caught Eifert over the middle. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
McKinnon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief.
Usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Garoppolo to throw on second down. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. 12. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And this will be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long. To throw is Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't throw.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out the just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Harris now looking to throw on second down. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw is Harris. Off the play fake. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Harris on third down. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Dances by him. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. First down, Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play. But when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect it. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Now Harris on 1st and 10. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle by Eric Armstead. The Saints in a hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Backbreaker, that'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Following the fumble recovery, Harris. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Here's Harris on 3rd and 2. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And Murray's kick is up and good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Why you... That's the stupid shit.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Garoppolo now, first down throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Garoppolo, final shot here before half. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
They'll throw now on the final play. Dancing to his left. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold with the extra point. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though...
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Play action. Now Garoppolo. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
11.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down. Harris looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Harris. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
11.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Solomon Thomas, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Now McKinnon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's brought down. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers continue to roll. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now. Really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Harris now off play action, and that is incomplete here.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Harris. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Now let's go now. Look at 56. Look at 56. 39. Detroit! Detroit! Leopard!
They're going to try and throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of... Garoppolo now. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return. But I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And brought in by Jarrell Adams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now a toss play. It's Breida. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Everett. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
They'll try to run with Breida. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. And he'll bang that one through. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good cup. Downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
To throw is Harris. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Harris to throw on 3rd down. On the crossing route, complete. That's Smith. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Solomon Thomas getting him once again. His third sack of the afternoon. Now Harris to throw on second down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's Harris off the play fake, escaping the pressure right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Flush to his right, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. Like the rest of them.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Sheldon Day. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Here we go now. Blue line it. Blue.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Room here to run. And he's brought down after a good gain. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Everett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
From the gun, Harris. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing after the interception, Everett. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end.
Good game, bro.
But now this game is...